following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Britt Johnson, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we go, Thursday. Players Lounge time brought to you by Hotels.com. Joined by number 42,
the original,
Barry Church, the Toledo Rocket, Britt Johnson, the newest member of the show, and the survivor himself, LSU's own Danny McCray. I'm Newy Scruggs.
The honest one.
Yes. Just out here surviving.
So,
I see what you did there.
yes.
Just out here surviving, that's all.
Mike McCarthy declaring 2 players out. We'll dive into this a little bit later on in the show. Dorrance Armstrong, a defensive end, and Carlos Watkins, defensive tackle. We'll dive into that later on. But we must talk about episode 1, 2 hours last night on CBS. Danny's a part of that Survivor cast from is it Fiji? Fiji. And
season 41.
Okay. My wife and I got to check it out a little bit, man. I'll just say this. I'm proud of you, man. Mm-hmm. That's my first thing. I just want to make sure I'm proud of you. It's something I could never do, and I thought you really represented yourself well in that first episode. So that's just my take. Britt, what you got?
I agree. I mean, you were so honest and, we talked about it a little bit earlier today because I was like, oh, you are way better than me because I would not have volunteered myself to do that. I'm like, no, I just carried all this water. Y'all got to do something too. Like, I can't be carrying this whole team. But, you know, that's who you are in real life as well. So I thought it was perfect representation of you. No weird edits. You
Yes,
didn't
the
look
editing
like
was
it.
great.
So
It was great.
you're definitely going to be I think a fan favorite on the show.
without a doubt, man. I feel like you definitely took over episode 1. I mean, all the little shortcut scenes where you sitting there like, yeah, we got to do this and we got to do that, man. I think you held it down extremely good, man. Proud of my boy out there. Did a heck of a job. But I got to say this, man. I got to say this, man. What? It ain't even about you, but that group of people, but it was shady. I'm talking about that whole group was shady. And when it got to the tribal council and my man's the green team, before they even could break up and do their individual vote, they started, are you with me or not? Are you with me or not? I'm like, damn. And then they all ganged up and voted out the homegirl Sarah. I'm like, oh man, this might be the shadiest group of people outside my boy D-Mac that I've seen on Survivor. I mean, it was real.
Let me tell you something, and this is why, right? This is why they decided to have one of the most diverse casts for this season, because there are people now who've never watched the show, right? You got Cowboys fans now who haven't watched the show.
Yeah.
You got black fans who haven't watched the show, Latino fans who haven't watched the show, and now they're on it, and it's like, oh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
This show is actually something. Like, why haven't I been watching this? And to watch it last night and see, the production and how they actually put it together.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
But the epic fail of y'all still being clipped, and then you're like, "Oh, we still clipped here. We ain't moving." That was hilarious.
Man, I moved from the back of the boat to the front of the boat. I thought it was somebody that was weak up there, and then
my man said we ain't going nowhere.
just moving the anchor, just dragging it along the ocean.
We were so far ahead, bro.
I got to know, man. When my mans didn't put the bag on the thing and let it fall off the edge, and y'all had to restart the whole competition. What was going through your head?
This is what I can say. I had no idea how we ended up with the bag being off until I saw it on the show.
So you ain't even know
So
how.
I knew it was off, but I didn't know if I did it or somebody else did
Well,
it.
the pettiness of the hosts to not say anything to y'all till you got the whole thing down. And now y'all got to go back. I was like, dang.
you see it.
Well,
even he petty.
It was more of like that. Again? We did not clip the first
And it was the same dude. Wasn't it the same dude?
Did not clip. But this is things that you take from sports, right? Mm-hmm. We've been down before, we've been behind, and you just never give up.
I heard you back, and you can hear you on the sound. Yeah. You was like, no, we good. We got this. We good. I was like, okay, that's that football kicking in.
Yeah. So it was good, man. I'm really glad that y'all enjoyed it. The watch party was super dope. It was a lot of people there. A lot of people came to support. It was like a game day. Tune in next week. Tune in next week. I survived the week.
Oh, yeah, man. You got a week one or the week one bye. You good?
I did laugh when I saw the first person voted off was a black man.
I know, right? And he was
Abraham.
so surprised. And then he was like, I'm so strong. And like, he was like, really thought he was the one. Like,
listen, Survivor gets us all. Okay.
Right now, I don't like Tiffany.
No,
I don't like Tiffany. Now, there's something about her that just rubs me the wrong way. Like
Barry, you know all their names.
Oh yeah, I was invested. I went in there. I was like, all right, this is my boy. Jazzing up, JD. This dude, he kind of shaky to me, man. He switched up his whole personality from high school to now, and he was already lying when he got back.
And then how he told that story, like hair blowing in the wind.
Yeah,
I was just like,
I thought I was
nobody
fly.
believes.
What are you talking about? And nobody believed it when he went up there, but he did
Am I
get the extra
smelling
vote.
a Barry and Danny Survivor podcast?
Hey, it might be on the works.
Man, got some excitement.
I was juiced. I was invested in that, man. It was exciting.
Nah,
It was exciting.
It's super dope, man. Super dope. Let's move on before I get myself in trouble.
You can't say too much, huh?
I did have one question. When your wife saw it, what was that conversation like with her?
Listen, when she saw me, the first thing that I did was strip down. The look on her face was like, "Oh, really? This is what we doing?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm soaking wet. It's like 90 degrees outside. Now I gotta walk up and down the beach. Yeah, I gotta get comfortable." But she was super excited to see it. She's been waiting. She's probably been more excited than me, just because I was out there experiencing it, and she's been in her mind wondering and putting together some thoughts of what was really going on. So she was super excited.
Well, I've got to put it on my record series. That's the thing. I've got to put it on. I taped it last night. So once again, man, I'm just super proud of what you've been able to do with that. So my first time watching it, and man, this is just going to be an exciting show and a test, man. Of just, you could just tell from just the first one, just the test of of being physical, testing your body, but then also just your mind.
Right.
The way,
so mental.
So you two have watched it. It was my first time.
No, I haven't watched it.
You've never watched it? Okay,
either.
so you're right there? Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I watched it, and it wasn't nothing like the seasons I watched. Like, it was nothing like it. The backstabbing from the jump is what really threw me off. They were at the council, like you sitting down there. The man's talking to you like, one of y'all gonna go home today, and usually everybody's like, I know, we're family and all this other stuff, and I just hope my vote counts and all that. They were literally in their sets of threes while the man was up there talking. Hey, are we with each other? Are we gonna vote this guy out or not? Like that one just blew my mind. It just made me go.
For you. It's gonna be along the lines of all your housewives stuff.
This is
all
true.
The drama,
it goes through it.
I can see church finding somebody on Twitter being upset and tweeted them like, "Bro, y'all shady.
Y'all shady than a mug.
Y'all shady. Let me find this Tiffany."
I'm coming for you, Tiffany. I'm coming. All right?
That is the beauty of reality show television, is you got to find a villain.
Yeah.
There's going to be someone that you say, I don't know about this person. So I enjoyed it. Bottom line is I enjoyed it, man. I'm proud of you. And I know those times we were doing the shows and you weren't around, and it was like, oh, he's on assignment. And I didn't know, and now I know what you're doing and what you put into it, man. It's really cool to see. So
also Hair Bun. What was Hair Bun's name? The man bun he had back here. The
flight attendant.
Oh, Ricard.
Ricard, yeah, he's shady too. He up there talking about, yeah, we're gonna vote Brad. We're gonna vote Brad. You know how at the end of the credits they show you who you actually voted for? He ended up voting for one of the people that was in his group. Like, oh, you can't trust somebody as far as you can throw them, man. I'm telling you, that's what I learned from the first episode.
Let everybody know your social media handle so they can follow you and get more updates.
On Twitter is at DannyDMac44, and on Instagram is Danny McCray 40.
Excellent. Britt, give your social.
Oh, I am Britt Johnson with 2 T's on all social media platforms.
Barry Church 42, all socials platforms.
Okay, find me on Twitter at Newey Scruggs, NEWYSCRUGGS. So, can we talk about the players out here? Mike McCarthy went to the podium today, and he ended up saying, okay, on Monday Night Football against the Eagles, Dorrance Armstrong, defensive end, will be out. Defensive tackle Carlos Watkins will be out, and offensive tackle Ty Nsekhe out of the game. Whew. All right, I'll just go around the room. Give me your initial thoughts, because normally Mike doesn't give you this info that quick. He gave the info pretty early here.
I'm not too worried about Nsekhe being out. I feel like Terrence still can hold his own over there, and if need be, let's just say some catastrophe happens and he's out of the game. I feel as though we can get Brandon Knight in there. We can we've come to the point with an offense that we're going to help our weak links. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like not as important as Ty Nsekhe, but to me the one that stood out the most outside of Dorrance Armstrong And we don't know if he's out for sure because he might have a chance to play. But with the Keanu Neal being on the COVID list and his chance of not being in the game, to me, that kind of messes up your defensive plans a lot, because with him being in the game, you could have that linebacker with the speed and to be able to spy as well as the coverage ability. And you could put Parsons at defensive end and let him do his thing. But without Keanu Neal in there, let's just say he might play, he might not. But if he's not in there and you got to rely on a Smith and Van Der Esch to be your two linebackers, we've seen how those guys can get exposed. And we're going against a backfield with the likes of Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Gainwell, I believe the young boy Gainwell, as well as Scott as well. And these guys are all great out of the backfield, not only running the ball, but catching it. And we know that's how we got exposed at that linebacker level. And that's where they do a lot of their offenses. Yeah, they take a lot of shots deep, but a lot of it is that RPO, that running back out of the backfield, hitting these guys on 5-yard routes and letting them do the work. So for me, that Keanu Neal, it's not official or anything like that, but if it does come to the point where he can't play, I think that's a huge wrench in the plans of DQ and his defense.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think now it puts even more on Micah. I think beforehand it was just like, oh, maybe he'll play a little bit here, maybe he'll play a little bit here. But it's like, obviously, you want your spy to be a guy that's fast. Mike McCarthy actually said their offense is really about speed and space. And I think missing these people is going to affect that so much. And now you're putting this guy in actually, we need you full-time at linebacker, and we need you full-time at defensive end. So I think it's going to be really hard. And Mike also was talking about, this week they're literally playing chess, and hopefully by the time it gets to Monday, they'll be playing checkers, and everything will be able to, move a lot faster. But with Neal out, I think that's the huge question mark, because he didn't get COVID, but he's on the close contact thing, and for unvaccinated, you have to, test negative for 5 days straight. So we found out yesterday, so that would put us at Monday. But that's just such an up-in-the-air situation that it's this is going to be crazy. This is a guy who had the most snaps defensively. He had the most snaps. And they're rushing is second in the league right now. Yeah. The Eagles are. So
this worries me, because 42 and 11, those are my guys. You want your 42 back?
Yeah, can you get out back there? No. I'll be out of there after one play.
Listen, I think it's a huge loss, specifically to have my man Neal out, because
if he gets out,
if he's out, because we know that there's going to be a lot of 11 personnel, and we also know that there's Zach Ertz and Goddard out there as well. So they have two good tight ends that can get out there and have some production against some guys like Jalen or possibly Van Der Esch if they're not ready to go. But I think this is going to give an opportunity for my LSU guy, to get in there and play if he's missing, right? So we did say that once he gets in the game, you can see why the Cowboys took him. So I think if he gets that opportunity, I think we'll see him make some plays. But it really sucks that we keep taking these L's as far as the injuries coming at us like this.
And then, Donovan Wilson may play, may not play, but they said he wasn't going to be practicing today. So that's even another person that we have to look out for as possibly not being able to play on Monday.
And this is a Philly offense who they have no turnovers the whole season. They have zero. They don't take the ball away on defense, but their defense leads the league in I think all categories almost: rushing, passing, and then their offense doesn't turn the ball over. So this gets to the point we were talking about yesterday. Can this offense or can this Cowboys team get a win when we don't have a takeaway, when we don't have something that gets the ball right back to their offense? Because this is a situation, these guys take care of the football. So it's going to come down to who can play solid ball without giving up points.
Hey, Barry.
We'll see.
DQ.
Okay, man, that's the answer for everything.
I'm just telling you, we have not had a game this season where we didn't get a turnover. So they have games where they haven't given
anything yet all year,
and we have not had a game where we haven't gotten any. So something has to give. Something has to give. I believe that we're going to get something from Jalen or Miles.
Third in the league in turnovers. And by the way, when you talked about your guy Jabril Cox.
Sorry, Jabril Cox.
To make sure everybody understood.
Jabril Cox. LSU, go Tigers.
Yes, so Jabril Cox there, but you're on to something. They get turnovers.
They do. They come in bunches.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
We got a bunch so far.
We got a bunch.
Yeah. But you know, just like I know, they come in bunches, but then they leave you in bunches too.
Man, you know about them young quarterbacks. All right, what we saw from Jalen Hurts at the end of it. So he started off right when he first got in the game. We were like, oh, Jalen Hurts got something, and then they figured him out. And it was like, oh, we're not really sure if Jalen Hurts is going to be, that guy. They didn't look good last week.
They didn't. This is going to be a huge game.
They did not look good last week.
This is going to be a huge game for Hurts.
Was it San Fran? San Fran went out there and put them paws on Philly. All right. I think our defense will be able to do the same. We're going to disguise. We're going to trick this dude a little bit. If Neal's not able to play, we got a playmaker that will possibly come in with Jabril Cox. And I think we're going to make some stuff happen. We're going to manufacture some turnovers and some pressure.
Okay.
Micah Parsons actually said on Hurts yesterday that the key is to get him to the point where he doesn't want to come out of the box. And I think that'll be a huge thing for them to focus on, too, because if you give him that extra little bit of time, and honestly, he needs it. I think he does need it because their whole team is not the team necessarily, but their whole staff, their defensive coordinator, everybody's brand new there. So I feel like they are still trying to figure and learn stuff out. And obviously that was exposed last week with the Eagles. So I think that's a huge key for them to work on. And I hope Micah can do it.
Well, let's see what he got.
I believe in
Mike is going to be good.
What do he say? What do he call himself now? The Terminator? I think I saw that somewhere.
Terminator.
Yeah, he's a Terminator.
He can call himself whatever he wants to. This is why we know that Michael Parsons is going to be able to do whatever they ask him to do. Those walks up and down the field that they were doing at training camp.
This is what they were doing.
They were in his ear. This is what they were talking about. They took all that extra time to let this man know, hey, it's going to be a lot of stuff we ask you to do. You are a first-round pick. We believe that you have the ability to rush on the edge. We believe that you also have the ability to play linebacker and be great at it. And they walk up and down, and they kept pumping them up, letting them know, hey, man, make sure you're ready. And if you listen to this man talk, he believes that he can do it all. And he's shown us he can do it all. So I'm not going to doubt the dude.
Is this the most impressive rookie you've seen since Des Bryant?
I'm not going to lie to you, man. Sean Lee was actually very, very impressive.
Oh, over Dez that rookie year?
No. I mean, I'm sorry. Defense.
Oh, yeah,
as far as him playing linebacker.
Okay, yeah.
No. Dez was
he was unreal.
Dez was different.
Yeah, he was unreal.
But linebacker-wise, Sean Lee was great.
Remember the Peyton Manning game?
Yes.
What, he had 3 picks or 2 picks to Peyton Manning?
Sean Lee was great. So he's getting there. Sean Lee couldn't rush, but as far as being a playmaker,
field general, yeah. He had that sauce.
He still got some stuff to live up to, but he's on his way.
Okay.
Dak Prescott did win Rookie of the Year. Ezekiel Elliott was really good his rookie year.
Well, we were there, and I saw it in person with Dez, and wasn't nobody stopping this dude.
I seen it both ways.
Yeah, wasn't nobody stopping that dude. You remember Miles Austin was here? We had some receivers,
Roy Williams,
and none of them could touch this dude when he got here.
Give the wedding ring back, Roy Williams. We had, and he was taking kicks back, kicks back, punt returns. He brought a whole different energy.
He did it all, bro.
He was great. Look, he was great. I mean, he was great, but I just, you said since, to me, the most recent would be Dak and Zeke and that Pittsburgh game.
That was real.
That Pittsburgh game, and you guys know how hard that place is to win.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to lose it, and Dak finds Zeke, and he does the rest, catches the ball,
80
and
yards.
does the rest. I mean, that was one of those. That was one of those special moments, and remember, we're still kind of in the balance about. Well, does Romo come back and get the job? I mean, it was...
Yeah, after that game, it definitely sealed it.
I understand that, okay? But I'm sitting here, and I'm imagining Dez Bryant with 3 dudes in the back of the end zone, him out-jumping all of them, because you know exactly what's going to happen. Tony Romo is going to throw the ball up to this dude, and all you see is that one glove above everybody else's. And he did this consistently.
Yep.
Hey, man, we did a touchdown. Throw him out there on punt return.
And you take it to the house.
You know what I'm saying? He okay.
All of them were really good.
They are. But, if I'm doing my tier, Dez Bryant is probably the best rookie that I've ever seen. As far as being able to come out there and make that type of difference, he was a man out there.
And you think about what type of team was around. Okay, Dez, he had, Romo. We didn't have that offensive line and all that we had when Zeke and Dak went off. They had a whole offensive line that was in their prime. Yeah. So Zeke's holes were. I mean, he was killing the game. But to me, it's Dez Bryant.
Yeah, I'm on this.
All right, let's get our first break in here. A moment that could be pretty cool. Next August for a potential former Dallas Cowboy. We'll dive into that next with Barry Church, Britt Johnson, Danny McCray, and me, Newey Scruggs, right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Head to AT&T Stadium on Sunday, September 26th to experience the first rally day of the season presented by SeatGeek. Get ready to cheer on your Dallas Cowboys with tours of AT&T Stadium, autographs from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and Dallas Cowboys alumni, ticket giveaways, games, inflatables, and more. Check out the brand new Miller Lighthouse and get excited for kickoff on Monday. Visit AT&TStadium.com for tickets and more information. So as Nui said, we found out just yesterday that DeMarcus Ware is one of 122 nominees for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is amazing. He is one of 10 of the first ballot potentials that could make it this year. Okay. And I cried when he left Dallas and went to the Broncos. Like, that was like my dude. I loved him as a player. Talk about great linebackers and stuff. He is one of the best. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first team All-Pro, 2000s All-Decade team, led the league in sacks 2 seasons, like, amazing player. There are also some other really good linebackers that are in that group. You have Tequila Spikes, Patrick Willis that's in there too. So what do you guys think? Is he going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
D-Ware is one of those guys who can change the game by itself. If you go back and you think about when Vic was playing for the Eagles, D-Ware sacked him 4 times.
And that's Michael
Vick. We're talking about Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? So this is not just a regular guy. And he was also a great leader in the locker room. But when you have a guy on your defense who can turn the tide for you at any point in the game, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame guy. With 100-some sacks. He's going to be in the Ring of Honor. You know, he's done everything you could possibly do as a pro player. He has a Super Bowl, Wales Super Bowl team. 50. So he has everything except that Hall of Fame nod, and he's going to get it on his first shot. I really believe that.
Yeah, to me, this guy is without a doubt. He's a first team or first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, he helped revolutionize the pressure, the linebacker position that pressures the quarterback. I mean, I know LT set it off back in the 80s or whatever when he played, but D. Ware, I mean, he was one part of those guys that came off the edge, and just like you said, he changed the game. I mean, each and every week, we might have been on the worst team in the Cowboys history in 2010, whatever it was. But this guy balled out, and it didn't matter who you threw at him. Chips, double teams, tight ends coming over here trying to crack block you. He did whatever he could, fought off everybody, and still made the play. I mean,
he was have a cast on one time.
He had a cast on. He was getting interceptions. I mean, I think he had multiple interceptions in 1 year at the linebacker position, a blitzing linebacker at that. So without a doubt, to me, I think he's one of the, one of the first ballot Hall of Famers, and he should get in there without a doubt. I mean, this guy revolutionized the game. He's definitely going down in the Cowboys Hall of Fame.
And just I want to reiterate, and a great person, a great human
never
being.
Never in trouble off the field, give his shirt off the back to anybody. I mean, he's a great dude, and you can check him out at 3 Volt now, right?
Check him out at 3 Volt.
3 Volt,
or go watch the old season of Dancing with the Stars, because he did that too.
He did that as well. I mean, the man of many talents. All right.
3 Volts is his club over his fitness club,
fitness gym over
at Trophy Club, and it is it's pretty cool. We did a story with him on that, and if you have not been over there, you'll see him there working.
Oh yeah,
he's a true business owner. You'll see him there mopping the floor, checking folks in there. So pretty cool story about what he's done with 3 Volt. The Hard Knocks episode where D. Ware is sitting there with Parsons. Mm-hmm. For me, when I saw that, I thought to myself, yeah, because I remembered another young linebacker who decided to soak in the lessons from D. Ware. That was Von Miller when they brought him to Denver.
Yeah.
Von, if people can remember, he's always had talent. That's why number 2 pick in the draft. But in Denver, he had a couple things that he needed to get straight off the field. D. Ware goes there and he helps him get straight. And I remember D. Ware telling me the story of Super Bowl 50 that Peyton Manning had gone to him the night before, and he said, I don't know how much I got, so I'm going to need you guys to do it. So basically Peyton Manning telling him, hey, man, look, I may have 2 touchdowns. I mean, you guys are going to have to win this thing. And that's what won it. Their defense won the game and shut down a 15-1 MVP Cam Newton club. And Ware was on one side and Vaughn was on the other. And it was just sensational to watch. And for me personally, talking to him on the football field afterwards was pretty cool. And Wade Phillips is the defensive coordinator.
Uncle Wade
got in there, man.
And I would say, Brett, Wade was just the nicest man.
Without a doubt.
He was the nicest man. And it was really cool to be on the field. And his wife was there too, to see them have that moment. And then for D. Ware to get that ring.
I loved Wade, man. Because, I remember I was our rookie year, and, we didn't perform as well, so he got, let go halfway through the year. But there was times in camp when we had the old two-a-days. Like, this was before they made it only one practice. We had 2 practices a day. We'd be out there dying, and Wade would see it. And he'd be like, you know what, guys? Take the pads off. Everybody take the pads off. Get some fresh water in you. Relax a little bit. We'll finish the rest of this practice with no pads on. Like, I loved playing for him as a coach. Just too bad we couldn't, get a winning record out of it, but he was a hell of a coach.
Maybe y'all took too many breaks.
Exactly. He was a hell of a coach.
Goodness gracious, yeah, that was rough, man. We couldn't figure it out, but somehow he got let go, and then we start scoring hella points.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but
Hey, shout out to Jody too, man. He was out there on the field too. Him D. Ware and Wade Phillips
they
out there at the same time.
Went
out there and got that Super Bowl. That was dope.
Yeah, so good on DeMarcus. And so August 2022 would be when the ceremony is. I really do, and this is just me, I really do want Bill Parcells to come out and say something soon, because in that room of voters, Parcells carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And so
you think he would be able to get in? You don't think he'll be like he's a guarantee for? You think he might have to do some work?
There are a lot of good players in that haven't gotten it that are now on their 2nd, 3rd, 4th ballot. So
they ain't played for the Cowboys.
Nah.
I'm just messing with
Danny, I'm going to go into this. Okay, she brings up a good point.
Yeah.
This thing is littered every year when you just that person's a Hall. That person, Everson Walls, in my opinion, is a Hall of Famer. Yeah. And he's not. It's hard. And then the other thing that Drew Pearson's situation taught me, don't ever think, he's getting in.
Locked,
You don't know. So that's why I talk about someone like a Bill Parcells, who coached him and was a part of the draft process, and that he has a lot of respect. The voters are going to listen to a guy like Bill Parcells. We just saw 3 Cowboys get in last year, this past induction cycle, when they did 20 and 21 together. Mm-hmm. There are some voters who feel like, hey, how many guys are they going to get in?
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see that for sure.
That is there. There's a lot of politics within this, and then also to the horse trading that comes into it. Remember the time when it was, and they went in kind of each year, but you had Andre Reed, you had Chris Carter, you had Michael Irvin, you had Tim Brown, and it was really this whole horse trading thing. Well, I'm not voting for your guy till you vote for my guy. I mean, that stuff goes on, and so here's Tim Brown sitting here waiting and fuming. Oh, he got in over me. I mean, it was big, but they all slowly went in. So this process, man, behind the politics, because they're only taking 5.
Who are the voters?
Well, just here in town, Rick Goslin, who used to be with the Morning News forever, Rick is very instrumental. He presents a lot of the data. So how it works is all right, Rick Goslin, I'm going to present Danny. So he goes in front of the other selectors and he presents Danny McCray's case. Basically, you become a lawyer for that player.
Wow.
And that's what you do. So you're going to hear, so you're there in the room, and you're going to listen to me talk about the credentials for Danny. So that's what Rick Goslin or Shireen Williams, because she's also here from Dallas, and both are, by the way, in the Pro Football Hall of Fame writers wing. Both of them are. So one of the two will do the D-Ware presentation.
Wow, I didn't know that much went into it.
And this thing takes hours. It can take 6 to 8 hours when they're debating and they're just this is just when they're down to the finalists.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they do in November. It'll be brought down. The 122 will be brought down to, I believe, 25 at that time, and then after that, they'll announce the finalists, I think, in January or February. So, it's definitely like a process.
That night before the Super Bowl, that Saturday, is when
we get to knock on the door.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to get Woody in?
He needs to be in. Woody definitely needs to be in.
Okay, and I go back to just my conversations with the people who vote. They talk about Leroy Butler of the Green Bay Packers.
He was 36 back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so start looking at, as you kind of help yourself look at the all-decade list. Butler, first team all-decade, was on a Packers team that won the Super Bowl. So a lot of people at the time, and I think he's got more Pro Bowl nods, they think that Butler should go in first. So there's that line, and I cannot emphasize this enough. There are voters who are tired of many Cowboys getting in.
Yeah.
I mean, there are. And they're starting, hey, what about the Broncos? Like the Bengals don't have anybody in. I mean, there's teams that don't have anyone in. Mm-hmm. And at a certain point in time, it starts to hurt guys like a Darren Woodson.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge here. But I believe Ware is a first ballot. I agree with all three of them.
Yeah, I
believe he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You just hope that the process will allow him to get there. And honestly, Brett, I haven't looked at the other linebackers and defensive ends on the list. But sometimes there is a kind of a queue, like who should be next.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That happens. And then we saw that with the receivers. I mean, I saw that thing go down here. And obviously, Reed, Carter, Brown, Irvin, they're all the three, the whole group were Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they're Hall of Fame, yeah.
But the way they were voting is like, we're not going to do it. And Rick Goslin once told me, he's like, we're not putting in 2 quarterbacks. It's like, we don't do that. I mean, there's this whole kind of process.
Man, I just thought it was impact. Like, okay, this guy had a great impact on the game. Let's put him in there. I didn't know it was all like it broke down like
right.
this.
So, all right, you're going to put in 3 defensive. Who else is on the ballot? Are there 3 defensive guys? They may not put that many guys. I mean, it's a whole kind of process of how they try to spread this thing out. So it's a challenge, but we all believe he deserves it. Mm-hmm. But it's just it's not a slam dunk.
It ain't a slam dunk.
And that's why I hope a guy like Parcells will come out, because he carries so much weight with these dudes in the room and women in the room as well, that he gets in there. And oh, by the way, he's just a super dude.
Yeah, I hope how you guys were talking about his leadership and, how he's such a likable guy. I hope that carries some weight in there. And he's already built good relationships with the people that are voting. So hopefully that kind of helps him.
Yeah, but then again, just when you say that, I mean, everybody loved Drew. And even he at the end didn't get, it's just a crazy.
Yeah, they did Pearson wrong, man.
But getting done wrong also helped him. Because that next year, Rick Goslin, who was on the seniors committee, all right, Drew Pearson. And everybody, we did him dirty. Everybody admitted they did him dirty, and that helped him out. So we'll see. Let's take another time out here. Let's get into we've got Thursday Night Football.
Yes,
Thursday Night Football, and I'll make my prediction for the Monday night game, since I'm going to be out Friday. Okay. So it'll just be the 3 of you on Fridays. I'm out. I'm in school on Friday. So we'll do that next right here on Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Organic pumpkin smoothies are back at Smoothie King with at least 13 grams of protein each and 5 options to choose from. It's easy to find a favorite to help you reach your goals, like the new Keto Champ Pumpkin, packed with a whopping 23 grams of protein and 9 net carbs. It's a quick and nutritious meal on the go. So order online or through the app for pickup or delivery. And power up with pumpkin and protein. Official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. Before you can park yourself in front of the game, park yourself in a John Deere and power through your chores. Our Land Run package is a 1025R, 25 horsepower tractor with a loader, rotary cutter, and a box blade for $229 a month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay, no surprises. So don't miss another kickoff.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now let's get to work.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Check out the new Miller Lighthouse located outside of AT&T Stadium, where Dallas Cowboys game day traditions are born. Enjoy yard games, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, performances, beer gardens, and more. For more information, visit attstadium.com/Miller Lighthouse. Miller Lighthouse, your tailgate just got jealous.
Okay, in case you're joining the Players Lounge late, let us hit you back up on a couple of notes that head coach Mike McCarthy spoke about. 3 players out for the Monday night game against Philadelphia. Dorrance Armstrong, Carlos Watkins, Ty Nsekhe. So Nsekhe is offensive tackle, Watkins defensive tackle, Armstrong defensive end. And Keanu Neal is on the COVID list. He could play, not ruling him out just yet, but if the linebacker is not there, that'll be tough because, as Barry spoke about earlier, the kind of impact that he's had in these first 2 games this year, and knowing Dan Quinn's defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's been impressive pretty much this whole entire season so far. I mean, you ask him to go in there and play middle linebacker, what does he do? He goes out there, racks up tackles, and what we got exposed in last year was the running backs out of the backfield. He goes out there and locks them up on 3rd down. You need him to be an immediate impact at defensive end. We need another pop in pressure. He goes out there, gets you 8 pressures, a sack, and a couple tackles. I mean, this guy is an immediate impact no matter where you put him. That's why I call him the weapon.
So is he playing cornerback this week?
Safety, corner, whatever you need.
Are we going to try him out at every position?
He said a lot in high school and a little bit at Penn State. He played running back. So if Zeke and Pollard get out, we could throw him in there too.
I don't doubt it. All right, I don't doubt it. Him and CeeDee Lamb back there. He gonna play fullback, and CeeDee gonna be the tailback.
All right, so I'll be out tomorrow, so it'll just be you three amigos going at it here on the Players Lounge. So let me give you my prediction. Cowboys are favored by 4. Monday Night Football, the debut for the Cowboys at Jerry World, and I'm gonna go with a Cowboys victory, 29-23. And one reason why I'm making it a 5-point game is it's just an NFC East game, man. And I just think that we're going to see both teams who kind of have some warts here. I'm expecting some big plays in this.
You think they're going to put up 23 points on us, on our top 10 defense?
Goodness. You mean 27th overall defense?
Top 10.
Yeah, get him right.
Two games in. Two games in. Who knows? Okay, we played two.
Now
we played 2 really good offenses. So we'll get us together. This is going to be our first step into cutting that total defense number down. Okay, we're gonna hold it to about 250.
250.
You know what I'm saying?
For the whole
they
game?
ain't scoring 23 points.
Just
on us.
passing or 250 total?
Can I tell you why I'm going here?
Bold prediction. 250 total. 300.
Okay, so I have Jalen Hurts as my favorite quarterback.
Are you gonna play him?
Yeah.
You ain't winning this week.
No, wait.
You ain't winning this week.
Let me finish.
Jalen Hurts gonna finish you this week.
Fatality.
Garbage touchdown. Garbage time touchdown. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And this is where people miss this thing on quarterbacks all the time in fantasy football. Some of the best numbers you get are the garbage time. When you're down 20 and they're just giving you yards.
Yeah.
You know?
I had Dak Prescott last year. I know.
I know
exactly about that garbage time.
I had Dak too last year, so that's what. So we said, 23. Oh yeah, the competitive phase of the game will be over, so it'll just be.
They ain't scored 23 points on us.
So I got 29-23.
Okay.
They ain't scoring 23 on us.
Right.
They might score 17.
What you got, D-Mac?
I'm not gonna make my prediction. I'm not making my prediction.
You by yourself? All right.
I ain't making my prediction.
So that's what the Friday show is for. So since I'm not here, I'm just giving you mine. So Cowboys cover, 4-point game. I got 4 points is the line. I got 29-23. Cowboys win with Hurts getting them garbage touchdowns. that garbage time play. We do have football tonight. The Carolina Panthers, who are 2-0 under Matt Rule, against David Culley's Houston Texans. This game will be down in Houston. Houston's 1-1. Panthers are a 5-point favorite. They tore up Sean Payton and New Orleans Saints last week.
They did.
In Charlotte, North Carolina. So they're going down to Houston here, and it's their first road game of the year. Oh, by the way, Carolina Cowboys next week at Jerry World here. So,
CMC.
I hope he balls out. I need him to ball out. But who you got? Danny?
Plus 14 Carolina.
Ooh.
Plus 14 Carolina. Houston did look good before Tyrod went out.
Yeah.
And then everything changed after that.
Davis Mills, young rookie.
And I don't see anything being different this week. Carolina looks like they're playing really good football at this point. Offense is playing well, defense is playing well. What they did to New Orleans was crazy. And the Houston Texans are not the New Orleans Saints, because New Orleans looked like a totally different team the week before. Jameis Winston went out there and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that's the Jameis," and they made that Jameis look like 30 for 30 Jameis. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be pretty for the Texans. So I'm plus 14 for Carolina.
Okay. What you got for us, Brett?
I definitely think Carolina's going to win. Obviously, you got the best defense right now in the Panthers, and so a rookie quarterback coming in, if it was Tyrod Taylor, I would say something different. I would say it would be a closer game, but I think it's going to be like gnats in my face here. I think it's going to be a total blowout. Do I have to say a point if I'm just picking them winning anyway?
Houston is a 8-point underdog.
Underdog?
So against the line.
Yeah, they're not going to cover.
Okay. Carolina winning. Okay, plus 8. Barry?
I'm with you guys on this one. Barry hit it right on the nose. Carolina got the number 1 defense, and they're going against a team in Houston that just lost their starting quarterback to a hamstring, and they're plugging in a rookie in Davis Mills out there, and we all saw how he performed towards the end of that game last week. It didn't look too good. So to me, I think this Carolina defense is going to take full advantage of him. Might be a couple interceptions here and there. Sam Darnold has been great with the football, protecting it, been very efficient. He's been hitting his deep guys. Robbie Anderson over there, also got DJ Moore on the other side, and we all know about CMC out there running the rock. So I think they take full advantage of everything Houston has out there, and I'm looking for a blowout. I say plus 14 as well.
I say there's a 0% chance that Carolina is not the top defense coming into next week. All right, they're going to have a hell of a game, and the Texans are pretty much going to be ready to go by halftime.
It's going to be two top 10 defenses next week?
No, we're not going to be top 10 next week.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to be top 10 next week.
We're
going to move up, though. You know what I'm saying? We need some other teams to play bad.
There's only one way to go.
Yeah, no. 20, you can go down 5 more.
True.
We were there last year, okay?
No, I think our defense is doing great with all the injuries they've had and pieces they've had to move, so.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right.
The question is, can we win a game without taking the ball away?
You're not going to have to find that out this week, bro.
So, I don't know. One of these weeks we're going to have to find it out.
They're both first and first. The Eagles are first for offense and no takeaways, and we're first for takeaways. So this will definitely be a battle here.
You can count this as a turnover game. Okay.
All right, you're going on the books.
It's happening.
Interception.
Probably Randy Gregory.
Probably
Randy Gregory off the edge, getting a strip sack.
All right.
I'll go with everybody here.
Is special teams going to be a problem?
Carolina wins tonight by 10.
By 10?
Yeah.
Easy money.
Carolina by 10.
So 10, you said 14?
14.
8?
I just said a cover.
That's 8. That's
okay.
8.
Okay.
So 8? Come on now.
Well, no, I think they're going to blow them out. So I think they'll win by like 21 points.
Yeah, don't shop. 21.
Give me 17. Give me 17.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
17.
Okay.
So anything above 17 with me having the highest number, I get that win.
We all win. We'll all be winners.
Yeah.
We'll all be winners here. All right, it's 15 after the hour, so that means it's time for us to shut it down. Mix shots coming your way at the bottom of the hour. For Barry Church, Brett Johnson, the survivor, Danny McCray, I'm Newey Scruggs. We'll talk to you next time right here on the Players Lounge. In fact, I'm out tomorrow, so it's the Three Amigos, 12:30 p.m. right here on DallasCowboys.com radio. Take care.
The Black Survivor.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?